G'day everyone, MrEconomist here, and today I'm going to be showing you a simple flower farm design I came up with quite a while ago, but I've only just decided to make a tutorial on it. So this flower farm is a lot quicker than just running around and bone mealing random bits of grass and hoping to get the flowers you want. It's especially useful for flower forests, where you can get the biome specific flowers such as the alliums and these white ones whose name escapes me. So one thing you should realize is the positioning of the farm is important. As you can see here, this area is mostly the allium flowers with a few tulips and poppies thrown in. And if these blocks are correct, because these flowers, they grow on a specific block. So this block here is always going to be an allium block. An allium will always grow on this block here for any y coordinate, from what I've managed to figure out from what I've observed with testing. One thing you've got to watch out for is sometimes, even though it may look like an allium's growing on this block, it might be a red tulip block or an orange tulip block. So positioning is important if you want a good variety in your flower farm. I suggest actually going through and just destroying the flowers in a certain area, and then just bone mealing and see what happens to grow. So it looks like this area is mostly allium and these white ones, and assuming that's with some poppies obviously thrown in, not poppies, red tulips. And if you wanted an area with alliums and the poppies and tulips and whatnot, this would be a good area to build. So let's build a flower farm here. Enough yakking and get to the building. So it's quite simple. It's easier to build it in the air, so we'll just go up a few blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That'll be plenty of room. And we'll go through and remove that scaffolding, or if you're in survival, leave it. I'm not in survival, so I'm going to be taking it away. So once you've got your block, your reference block, I guess, floating in the air, you're going to want to build a 10 by 10 platform. So you're going to want to roughly cover the area with the flowers you want. So I'm not particularly fast, so we'll just go 5 blocks that way, another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll go another 2 blocks this way, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'll give us 10 blocks. And now you just go through and fill in this 10 by 10. It has to be grass blocks, 10 by 10 grass block area or platform. So once you've built your growing platform, this 10 by 10 grass area here, you're going to want to put some blocks around the corners, around the edges. It can be any block that you can put redstone on, because you're going to need to do that. I'm just going to be using blocks of iron here. So you're going to want to build it at the same Y level as your grass pad here, and have it 1 block out, like so, on this side. And then you just go through and place a row of iron blocks, or building blocks like so. And then on the other side, you're going to want to have it 2 blocks away from the edge of the grass platform. And go ahead and fill that line in, like so. Once you have done your lines of iron blocks, like so, you're going to want to put pistons facing into the grass blocks, like so. And then on the other side, you're going to want the pistons looking like that. So once you've got the iron blocks set up like so, you're going to want to come over here and go 2 blocks out, and let me get those out of my inventory, and go around on the other side and also go 2 blocks out. It's not important if you go 2 blocks out on this side or on the other side. It doesn't matter. And then you're going to want to, just let me fly, it's quicker. You're going to want to join them like so. Once you've joined the 2 iron blocks like this in this U shape, you're going to want to pick roughly the center, and it doesn't really matter, just here, have 1 block and then go 1, 2, 3, and then go 1, 2, 3, like so. So you get a 2x3 area joined by this 1 iron block here. Next, you're going to want a redstone comparator, some repeaters, and a lever, which you hopefully don't throw on the ground. So you're going to want to have the comparator like so on subtract mode, with redstone like this feeding back into it, a lever here, a redstone repeater like so, and then here can just be redstone with another repeater, come on, and more redstone, like so. And that's all the redstone you're going to need in the build. You just have to mirror it on the other side here, like so, and then a repeater facing that direction towards the pistons. And the redstone is simply going to shift the floor back and forth, which causes all the flowers on it that are grown to pop off and be able to be collected as items, like so. Just a quick demonstration. There, nice and simple. If you're going to be building this in creative, you can pretty much leave the farm as is. I don't know why you would be building it in creative, but if that's the case. But if you're going to build it for survival, you are going to want a little platform you can stand on and bone meal the grass. So, northwest is that direction. Okay, we'll build a little ladder coming up here, like so. And I've got terrible block placement, I apologize. So we don't need any more redstone in our inventory. We will keep the iron blocks, and we'll just grab some ladders. Of course, you can customize however you want to get up onto this farm. You can enclose it in a structure if you so desire. It's not going to affect its performance. Just make sure it's got access to light. Otherwise, if it's dark, you won't be able to place your bone meal on the you won't be able to bone meal the grass. So we'll just come out, I don't know, maybe 7 blocks or so, 8 blocks, and you're going to want to be able to aim for about this middle area here. So these 4 blocks. If you bone meal these 4 blocks, you're going to be pretty efficient with your bone meal, because bone meal affects a 10 by 10 area. But it rarely grows. It rarely grows to its full potential. Grows grass to its full potential. So it doesn't matter if you aim for one of these 4 areas here. So let's just switch over to survival. So we've got about a stack of bone meal here, and we'll turn this machine on. So the floor is shifting, and it is now ready for bone meal to be placed. This machine typically, also sometimes you'll notice here I'm out of time with the machine. So if that happens, just right click and try again. You will, sometimes it is a little bit hard. There we go, we just got the right timing. Here we go. So now we've got the right timing, and all you got to do is hold down right click and the machine will take care of it for you. It typically takes about 15 seconds to run through a stack of bone meal, which is about 6,500 items per every 5 minutes, or about 72,000 items an hour. Of course, since the collection is currently manual, you can only really run this machine. For about 5 minutes before items start to despawn. So you'll probably get about 6,000 items per harvest if you have enough bone meal. So quite a few items do fall through the floor. They can be captured if you put hoppers underneath the grass blocks. Of course, feed the hoppers into a chest. And or you could just have a simple collection area, or a simple water stream that pushes all the drops that fall through the floor of the machine into a central collection point. So let me just head back into creative. It's just easier to get around, and we'll have a look at how many items we got. So we got a stack and a half of the allium and azure blue. Of course we got a hell of a lot of bones. Of course we got a hell of a lot of seeds. You can't avoid that really, unless you have some kind of sorting system which throws the seeds into lava or whatever. And we got one red tulip from this 10 by 10 area here. Of course, I have mentioned before, it is the type of flowers you get is positional to where you build the machine. We happen to build the machine over mostly an azure blue and allium field. If you were after red tulips or tulips in general, you would probably want to build the machine over this area here. So it's up to you what flowers you want and where you would want to build it. So I think that'll do it for this this tutorial. I wanted to keep this design relatively simple, and I think it is. All you got to do is flick a lever and spam right click. So I don't think it gets much more simple than that. I will be working on this design further. I will seek to automate it. So my end goal will be, you'll just have to spam right click and it'll run indefinitely, or until you run out of bone meal. So yeah, I'm going to work on this a little bit more and hopefully post up a tutorial or a more advanced tutorial for this. But I hope you found this useful, and if you've got any questions about how the farm works, or just any queries in general, please leave them as a comment and on this video, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And I'll see you next time. This is Mr. Economist, signing out.